You get into the whole Cummins versus Duramax argument out there. I don't care who you are, both of them are phenomenal engines. What's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to the vlog. Ryan Wilson here, Predator Inc. And today is the first day back from Thanksgiving. It's about 6:30 in the morning and the guys are already at it. I'm gonna get myself some coffee really quick. And we've got a ton of work going down this week. D's over here putting together this next engine, getting it ready to go. It's on the engine dyno stand down here, as you can see. Got a whole radiator set up. Intercooler, all that stuff gets plumbed into this engine, and then it'll go on the dyno, and we'll run it, make sure everything's dialed in on it before we get going and put it into a truck, and then find out there's a problem with injector or something ridiculous like that. We also do a break-in procedure on it, make sure she's dialed. We don't have any problems. So yeah, it's a full computer system that breaks it in. We've got actually 2 trucks going out today. Backstory on this truck is we built it up about, I want to say like 6 years ago or so. It's a Cummins. It is a beast. So it was metallic green. New owner bought it. Decided we wanted to refurbish the entire interior on the truck. Bunch of new exterior parts on it, as well as all new Kevlar paint. It is actually leaving today to go home. So let me give you a once over on this whole truck. Now again, this is done about 6 years ago or so. So you'll see like a little light discoloration on the tube there. It is a lot more work to get installed in this platform. You get into the whole Cummins versus Duramax argument out there. I don't care who you are, both of them are phenomenal engines. One isn't necessarily better than the other when it comes to quality. Cummins for years has had a much longer track record. So you're fighting that coming from the Duramax platform. People often say that Cummins is like a 1,000,000-mile motor, which it is. It should go 1,000,000 miles, no problems at all. Will the Duramax do that? We're seeing the Duramax hit that 1,000,000-mile mark. But the Cummins was always there, so we're kind of catching up with the Duramax to it. In this platform, the Duramax just fits better, and that's where it comes into, you know, which one's better. Not necessarily which one better as far as the engine goes, but for the platform. In this platform, we put the Allison 6-speed transmission. It is the right way to go, like the 4L80 in there. It just doesn't hold up to the torque output of the Cummins. The Cummins puts out a tremendous amount of torque. It's all right off the line, so it hits hard. You're really just better off going with the Allison 6-speed, and you're dialed in, ready to go right from the start. So that is the engine. Again, we did this whole conversion, paint work, all of that many years ago. I want to say like 6 years ago or so. One of the biggest things that we did was we got inside this truck and just dialed it in. So let me show you from the passenger side. We did a full Alpha interior on it. Roy went through and did custom stitching. It's with the blue stitching here. Very subtle though. Suede headliner. This is a full aftermarket Alpha dash. This truck's really unique because we did the stretch seating. So stretch seating, we've been doing this for a little while. What we've done is we've taken the whole back panel here that usually cuts down right across here, cut that out. We have it all CNC programmed out, cut the pieces in-house, bend them, weld them in place, and we move that panel back to about here. That gives us about 8 inches more room. I mean, it's massive. And the whole seat goes back into place here, and you can see all of this leg room here. Let me jump inside, I'll show you. Check out the leg room. This seat is in the furthest back position. That's actually back past the B pillar here. And I've got all of this room. I literally have 8 inches, 10 inches of knee space here before I hit the seat. So big difference. We also pair this with the 6-passenger seating. So we also have this option where we take the whole center area out here, add 2 more seats back in here in between the 2 rear passenger seats, and we cut this whole section out. So when you enter this vehicle, you can see how much room you have here. You can pretty much just walk right through. Now this customer didn't have the need for that, and just a ton of extra room for he and his family back here. Oh, this is another cool feature. So billet aluminum handles up here. They're wrapped with leather, so on cold days or hot days, you're not grabbing hot billet aluminum. And then we also carried it on down to the door panel down here. This new billet aluminum door handle here. The Jeep handles that AM General used, not the greatest. So we redesigned that out of a billet aluminum design and topped it with a pad as well as black leather. So really nice fit and finish. It also adds a little bit more weight to the door. So you grab the door and you shut it, it's just a lot more solid. You can see the bigger handle here, the full armrest. If you sit down that low, most of the time my arm's sitting up here anyways. But you can, the door just feels heavier. I think this guy is probably like 5 pounds or so, but just solid. Full search and rescue roof rack, integrated lights all the way around. We relocated the fuel door back here from the main one that was normally right up here. And then we also have the aux fuel door right here. By moving this back, we no longer have the room for the fuel fill. The fuel fill neck was up in here. So it's relocated right here, and we have a full shield that drops and wraps around the whole fuel neck. So fully protected in there. I'm not sure if you can see that guy, but yeah, it's just dialed, and then a ton of clearance. So you got full clearance for full articulation out of the tire. Coming back to the back of the truck, search and rescue, rear winch bumper, and ladder system. We have a light bar combo that comes up across here, as well as a tire carrier. A little bit different tire carrier. Sorry guys, this camera's getting heavy. Tire carrier mounts over here. It's all full bearing design. It's actually a spindle shaft here, and then it comes over here and then drops down over to this side. So inside the truck, full black carpet, and then we've got our search and rescue fender well racks up here. We also have these custom designed. They're a little bit shorter than normal. Normally they go forward about that 8-10 inches or so. The reason for that is that whole bulkhead has been moved back, and you can see that cutout down there that allowed us to get that rear seat back here, which in turn reduced the amount of room we have for cargo up in here by a few inches. So we have custom built search and rescue fender well racks. And then we also have our search and rescue center console rack. Customer wanted a reverse like this for access from the back, I guess. Full rocker panel protection down here. The Predator logo is cut into the steps here. We've got the side mounted rigid lights right here, and light bar up here, pretty straightforward. Custom built electronics box right here, and then this closes up. Alpha dash kit. This is actually fiberglass. It is not the plastic dash kit, the factory dash. The fiberglass will hold up a lot better long term in the heat, where the plastic starts to get a little brittle, it starts to break. This stuff won't do that. It's a lot stronger. So huge advantage with that. And then custom gauges down here. Got a Momo steering wheel right here, and fully wrapped leather dash, blue stitching all the way down. And then coming over to the dash, we ran an S-Pod down here. Fits in the Alpha little box here where the light switches used to go. Move these up here, and then you have control over the lights right here. Nice little system, works very well. No problems at all with that over the years. Got a Banks Dash IQ system right here. So that integrates into the system, into the engine, and you can get full diagnostics right here, as well as DTC trouble code reader. Gives you a lot of flexibility with seeing what's going on and deleting codes if you need to. All right, let's fire this thing up so you can hear this Cummins. It's just a beast. Cummins are noisy, but they're just so reliable. I mean, you can't beat that sound. cool thing about this is, if you were going to be going into a country such as Africa, somewhere where you're not going to be able to get service for a Duramax, then Cummins is the way to go, because you can find Cummins everywhere. I mean, there's so many of them all around the world that it's just easy finding parts. Great way to go if you're looking for something reliable overseas where you think you may need to get parts. That's a huge advantage, and probably one of the biggest and only advantages out there with the Cummins. Otherwise, it is tough to get it installed into this platform. It is a lot more expensive to get it in there. It wasn't designed to have the Allison 6-speed transmission, so you have to have piggyback systems that operate the computer systems and tie it into the Cummins. And it runs very well, but it's never quite as smooth or precise as the Allison with the Duramax. Those two were designed together. Isuzu, the parent company of Duramax at the time, along with GM, went to Allison, and they worked side by side in developing that transmission, the Allison 1000 for the Duramax, and they did an amazing job. And that's one thing that nobody can knock, is that Allison transmission. It is hands down the best out there. So this truck is, we're actually just walking through it, making sure everything's dialed, and it is leaving today. It's getting on the carrier, heading off to the owner. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys as always. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure to keep Jason happy.